So what happens is people will come up with all these rules for themselves and wonder why they're going completely the opposite of what they say they want. Right, Adina? It's like people, you have best intentions, but you're saying things you don't know why you're ending up there. So here's what has to happen. Being aware that this is happening is critical, and you need to get these words out of your vocabulary. So that's breaking the trance. Like, we know we're doing it, we have disempowering words, but we have to break it. How do you break it? The one way is to be aware you're doing it. Right? If you're not aware you're doing it, and you just keep doing it. Sometimes it's having a significant other reminding you when you come up to something, not to beat you up, but to say, there it is. Hi. Like, you brought that up again, like, let's change it and make it fun. And maybe sometimes it's you doing something that would be totally out of character and changing it. So I'm going to have everybody take things off your lap for a second. Now, let me just make sure, I'd like everybody to think of something that they say to themselves that's not nice to themselves. Like, I used to say to myself, what's wrong with you? I don't even know where I got that. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I'd do something and it wasn't the way I thought it should be. I'd go, what's wrong with you? Like, why'd you do that, right? So here's what I want you to do. Everybody find one thing that you say to yourself that's not serving. Okay, and then when you have it, just raise your hand so I know you have one thing that you say to yourself that's not serving. Because I want everybody to have something. Got it? Good. Okay, awesome. Here's what I want you to do. We're going to have you out loud. You're going to say it, okay? And here's what you're going to do. You're going to sit and you're going to say, like, I'm not good enough. You're going to go, who said that? You're going to jump out of your seat. You're going to what? Jump out of your seat. And you're going to say, who said that? I'm serious. You're going to do it three times fast. 3 times fast, okay? So say it, make sure you have clearance, and you're going to jump up and say, who said that? Ready? Right, I'm going to have some music. It's not about hearing you. It's just about having fun and breaking it out. Ready? 1, go ahead. Go ahead. Say it out If you're even in a restaurant and you go, I'm such a fat pig, when you're eating your cake, you better get up and go, who said that? At that moment, you better go do that. If you're saying something mean to yourself, you need to do that. If you're saying it in your head, it's as bad as saying it out loud. Absolutely. You know, it's so interesting. It's like what I shared earlier, you know, when Tony said to me, you know, you say that all the time. I said, don't tell anybody that. He says, yeah, but you tell yourself that. That is the worst punishment. It's like you're beating yourself up privately. That is just awful. So if you're saying in your head, we need to get it out of your head. That's the idea. Get it out of your head, right? And here's the piece that happens is we think, well, it's only this little thing. Only this little thing is what keeps us where we are. Only this little thing. It becomes the seed that you planted that gave you that tree that we shared with you before. You're planting the foundation of everything else you have. So how do we change that? Well, I actually have a lot of rituals, and Dr. Rogers shared a couple with you, and he started saying, like, even with his little girls and how they get up, and they do. They're religiously, they're amazing little girls, and they believe how wonderful they are. They're told how wonderful they are. And here's some things I believe, is that we have to create a ritual of I ams of empowering things. And I'd like you to start writing down right now 10 positive self-fulfilling affirmations you can say every single day. Like, I am fabulous, I'm awesome, I'm beautiful, I'm kind, I'm loving, I'm amazing, I'm nurturing, I'm caring, I'm stupendous, whatever works for you, I am. And make them so, and you know what, and without judgment, without thinking, you know, oh, I'm not really that. But if it's something that you actually thought of, you probably are. And it's, again, without judgment of who you are. I am. I am. And create that there, okay? Okay, so what are you? Throw it out. What are you? Awesome. What else are you? A money magnet. What else are you?
Victorious.
Prosperous. What? Powerful. Funny. Feminine. A miracle. I am me. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So some of the rituals we have set up with our FAB clients is every morning we do 50 IMs. And why 50 is really important is because it takes 20 positive statements to counteract one negative. So just imagine how many negative statements you're saying. You might need to say 1,000 IMs a day, right? But we want you to start with at least 50. But here's what happens, and those clients of mine, my FAB clients, already know this. When you start saying IMs every single day, you have less and less and less and less negative things that come into your mind. Because there's no room for it because you don't care. It's because you don't believe any of the other stuff anymore. It changes your whole chemistry. Literally, it changes your whole chemistry in your body. And when we do it, it's even more important that we do it the way I want my FAB beings to do it is actually in their birthday suit. I do. I say do it in your birthday suit. And why? Because when we dress up, we look nice. It's okay. I can say, oh, this looks good today. But when you can say, I am fabulous, I'm awesome, I'm beautiful, I'm kind, I'm loving, and everything else in your birthday suit, imperfections and all, not saying, oh, I'm fat and all the other stuff, and you can go do that at that point and believe it. That's a true gift. That is a true gift. And I remember, I do it so often that, I say it out loud, and sometimes I'm saying it to myself, whatever. But it's so funny because my husband believes everything. Because he hears it so much. I say, I'm fabulous, honey. He goes, I know. It's like, oh, it's so great. He wakes up in the morning, the first thing he says to me is, hi, gorgeous. He does. He calls me gorgeous. I'm like, oh. Now, years ago, we're together 17 years, I used to say, you have the best sight. Because I'm thinking, oh, geez, what is he looking at, Because, to not feel that and believe it. But now I honestly believe it. I don't think he's just saying it to me. I know he believes that I'm gorgeous to him. And the funny thing is that a lot of us don't want to believe when someone says something nice. How many people get a compliment and you go, no, 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 right? Can I tell you that when you do that, you're insulting the person giving you the compliment? You're actually like saying to them, you're not very smart. How can you even think that I'm that way? Or your opinion doesn't matter. Learn to say thank you. Somebody says something, it's not thank you with an exception, it's thank you. It's amazing when you do that. When you become present and be okay with who you are. These IMs are great. And then what I've had people do, which is wonderful, is I've had some of my clients go ahead and they made it on videos. Because I've asked them I want to make sure they actually do the IM. So part of my philosophy is you need to send me a video of you doing them. That way I know they actually wrote them and did it and I'm set. I got a little better probability of it happening. So they do the videos, but I had one woman who was amazing. She actually plays it in her car every morning. So it reminds her of somebody telling her herself how great it is to the point where she can keep saying it to the point that she knows it by heart because she's heard it so many times she can recite it with it. So instead of having to look, I've had it on my calendar for years and years and years. The first thing I do, and June's shaking her head, it's in her, what? Right, record yourself on your phone. And I have it on my calendar first thing in the morning. I mean, that's part of my rituals. I'm doing my hair, and I'm telling myself how beautiful I am. And you have to see how this hair looks. I end up starting with drying my hair, then I put these big purple rollers. Not normally very beautiful, but I am telling myself they are. It's so great how you can trick yourself. It's very cool, okay? But really, seriously, is to get into the habit of doing that.